Triple H just made a major mistake. He upset Mark. What the hell was that show? I'm switching sides. And you know people, Mark kinda does have a point. I gotta say, this was a weak episode of Monday Night Raw. I didn't necessarily hate it. I think we got some funny moments, okay matches. But to me, it just didn't feel like Triple H's WWE. To me, it felt like the old WWE. The WWE we love and miss. The show ended with Nikki Cross returning to WWE with her previous gimmick. She's a bit of a crazy girl, you know what I'm saying? I don't care enough to be honest. It just doesn't seem big enough to close a show in my opinion. And for the majority of the show I just felt like I've seen it already kinda. So yes, I agree, this was definitely a weaker episode of Monday Night Raw. Not bad necessarily, I did enjoy it still. But when you upset Mark, well, that doesn't mean anything, he's always angry. This video is sponsored by Sheath Underwear, aka the most comfortable thing you'll ever wear. It's boxers that are designed to keep your balls off your legs. It has two different compartments for your balls and your Coco Jumbo, and with this you'll avoid skin to skin contact. You'll be comfortable, clean, and cool. And we talked about these underwear before, they are designed for modern people. Regular underwear were designed when people didn't know any better. They didn't know how to take care of their body, but now you do. So I've been wearing Sheath Underwear for like a couple of weeks now, and I gotta say, it lives up to the hype. I'm sitting all day in front of my computer editing videos, and sometimes, you know, you can get sweaty. Let's be honest right here, let's be real. And these underwear definitely help. And people, I want you to get that amazing experience as well. Sheath Underwear have a great deal for you. Click the link in the description and use code TheGreatOne to get 20% off. That's sheathunderwear.com/TheGreatOne. Live a comfortable life, my dudes. So welcome back to another episode of Greatness of Raw. How are you guys doing today? Let's talk about the show. The show kicks off with the Judgment Day. They talked about how Dominic Mysterio is all man now. Priest tells the fans to rise and show some respect to Mysterio, but people didn't listen. Mysterio proved everyone wrong when he defeated AJ Styles last week, and he even called himself this generation's Eddie Guerrero. My man got shit loads of heat because of this. You do not call yourself this generation's Eddie Guerrero. He knows what he's doing though. So then we see the OC. The only thing you are is this generation's James Ellsworth. Oh, do not mention James Ellsworth ever again. We don't want to hear about that creep. So we saw some back and forth until Carl Anderson says, "Let me remind everyone, I'm the toughest guy in the locker room," and he challenges Finn Balor to a match. Okay, right here. Carl Anderson, you're okay, you're fine, but that was a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? So we saw Finn Balor versus Carl Anderson. That was an okay match. You know, long-term booking right here. Ripley power slammed Gallows, then she goes low and the Judgment Day won. Man, Ripley is the absolute MVP of the Judgment Day. She power slams men, she goes low, she knows what she's doing. So again, the Judgment Day are standing tall. But you see, Luke Gallows is the romantic one. He doesn't see it as an issue. He says, "You guys know I'm the best with girls." They talked about that because they have a Rhea problem. She power slammed you. Power slams are my love language. So then he makes the logical decision and goes to Rhea Ripley. We didn't see that, but we did find out what happened. That was a tough day for the OC. Dominic is the only man who knows Rhea's soft spot. Again, Johnny Gargano wants The Miz to tell the people what actually happened between The Miz and Dexter Lumis. The Miz says, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." So The Miz goes to the ring and he reveals the truth. He says that, you know what? I helped Tommaso Ciampa. And Tommaso is gone because of Dexter Lumis. The only reason Dexter Lumis attacked us is because he's jealous. You know, he wanted to be in Tommaso Ciampa's place. We see Johnny Gargano and he says, "You're lying. I'm going to tell the truth." The Miz denies it. The Miz says he's told nothing but the truth. And that's when we saw our truth. You get it? It does seem like Vince McMahon's WWE. Like, I don't hate it. It was kind of funny. But what's really the point right here, right? So our truth was acting dumb again. I did hear you saying that you want the truth. Truth challenges Miz to a match and the Miz accepts. That's when we got the Miz versus our truth. Some 2009-10 vibes right here. But then the Miz sees Dexter Lumis. But no, that's why he lost the match. Turns out it was Johnny Gargano. Come on, Miz. 15-inch height difference. Can this dick fit in your mouth? So she was talking about her time in the WWE, and we see damaged Candice Dick Fit in Your Mouth roasts every single one of them, but then they snapped and attacked Candice LeRae. Riddle wants to be in a band, but Elias doesn't. He says, I know you and Zeke were close, and that's the only reason I, let it slide, but next time you interrupt, I'm gonna have to do something about it. Seems like Riddle is not listening, and Elias was about to do something about it. Man, Elias' heel turn is coming. I feel like Elias is going to join, the Alpha Academy, because it just kinda makes sense. All of these guys are basically here to roast the city they're in. And Elias is absolutely perfect for that. So of course we see Alpha Academy, they cracked some jokes. You should shave your beard because I liked Ezekiel better. Never talk about my brother again. He challenges Gable to a match and Gable accepts. We see Mustafa Ali versus Austin Theory. Man, these attires be matching. It seems like they're in a tag team right here. Seth Rollins was watching the match. My man was dripping in drip. This was a pretty fun match. I feel like Austin Theory is kinda underrated. Of course, Seth Rollins with distraction and Austin Theory wins the match. Dude, you gotta change your finisher. I still don't like it. I know on paper it sounds cool, it just doesn't have that impact. And then of course Seth Rollins attacks Mustafa Ali. He beats the crap out of him, leaves the arena, but then we see Mustafa again and he attacks Seth Rollins until Seth Rollins just dips. You just know under Vince McMahon, Mustafa Ali would be nowhere near the United States Championship, or especially Seth Rollins. Man, JBL stole the show again. He talked to Johnny Gargano and he says, you should not be disrespecting a legend like The Miz. In the Attitude Era, you'd be carrying my bags. Then Johnny cracked some jokes at JBL and Corbin, made fun of Corbin for being, Constable Corbin, Happy Corbin, not Happy Corbin, Boring Corbin. He even made fun of JBL's pants. No, Johnny, he's pretty sensitive about that. These pants, they may not look very good, but JBL is very sensitive about that. So this was actually pretty hilarious. We got a match being set up right here. And it's funny because JBL defended The Miz, but we all know back in the day, JBL used to bully The Miz. What a character development right here. I like the fact that he's an actual bully, like he was an actual bully, and now it's part of his character. That's funny. Then we saw Omos versus 4 jobbers. MVP puts over Omos. Look at the size of his hand, and this man's impressed. If you think Omos's hand is big, you should see his... So of course Omos beats all of them. I know we may not be interested in Omos versus Braun Strowman, but it got so many views on YouTube, and that's what I said. We don't like it, but for the casuals, it's absolutely unbelievable. Look at the size of these men. Then we saw Chad Gable versus Elias. That was the first Elias match coming back. Pretty okay. I just feel like a lot of this stuff was just there. Just a few weeks ago, it seemed like every match was just pay-per-view level. So Elias wins the match, but then we see Otis and Chad Gable attacking him. A heel turn is coming anyway. Or we might see the same scenario we saw with Riddle and Randy Orton. Who knows? There was a sign for Johnny Gargano versus Baron Corbin again. I like the theme song, I've seen some criticism, but I absolutely love it. The highlight of this match was not necessarily the match itself, it was fine, it was good, but JBL on commentary. He's absolutely hilarious. I mean, still one of the best promos in the WWE after so many years, and I know why. He's not playing a character, he is a bully, so he's just being himself. And you know what people say? Be yourself. Johnny Gargano was acting tough. He was bullying the bully, and that's what you don't do. You can tell JBL was legit pissed. You don't bully a bully. Give me my head back. But obviously it backfired and Baron Corbin won the match. That's what you get, Johnny. You do not bully a bully. The Miz gives Johnny Gargano a get well soon card for Candice LeRae, but we all know why he's doing it, and Johnny sees it too. I'm legit interested in what did The Miz do. What did he do? The main event of the show was Bianca Belair versus Bayley. That was not a championship match. Okay, maybe she didn't earn the championship opportunity, understand, but I just don't get it why it was on a random episode of Monday Night Raw. Whatever the case may be, the match itself was good. I just didn't feel like the ending of the show was strong enough. We saw a mysterious wrestler just jumping on damaged Saturla and the referee. Turns out it's Nikki Cross. And Nikki attacked everyone. She made sure that Bayley wins the match, but once Bayley won, she attacked Bayley too. She's a crazy girl, as they say. So she's a psycho. Thank you for watching this video. I don't know. I'm happy she got her gimmick back, obviously. It just didn't seem like that big of a moment to me. So what are we doing now, Triple H? You disrespected us. You betrayed our trust. The Mark's trust. What are we going to do about this, H? I'm angry. Anyway, it will get better probably. I mean, SmackDown is the show right now, so yeah. Something was missing. Something was missing from this show. So hopefully next week, Triple H, listen to me. Hopefully next week, I will not have to talk about this. Thank you for watching this video, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.